Whatever you do
How did I
at
miss
the
this?
crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that's
First of all, how the f did the creator of this video even find that? What did you search that up for?
he never built. Inside the mine is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled, it's listening. You can't outsmart it, it's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads,
don't turn left.
At the crossroads, don't turn left. Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers. And
23,
that's
2,
it.
29,
It seems
2.
impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery
said it's clearly
explains in the
fake.
description
No, quite
of the
literally.
video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed, and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange, and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling. But the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher
it. Ain't a code, bro. It's just
so
random.
Is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end?
It's made by a 13-year-old that wanted to be spooky and play a prank on people.
Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string that perfectly matches the length.
Why would you
of a
even do
Google
that?
Drive link.
Hey, four views on the video this dude made an essay on.
What made you watch this video?
Enter takes you to a folder, and this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist. Opening the video named Footage 1, we can see a
I ain't gonna lie, that's very spoopy. If it was me, I would have stopped right there. Fuck no, curiosity would not have got me. I would have closed my laptop and went home. He said, "You already home though."
I would have went home again.
player in the exact
said the
same
melanin
spot
would have
Avery
taken
was
over.
in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this. Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring, until he stops and sees this. It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer we can see what it is. Moss and grass. This is immediately a red flag because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave
Could I go
does
full
he
screen?
see it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm tweaking.
A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees, and even more.
He said, "Don't be scared, we are here."
He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird, we've only seen stone. And I guess he's right. The walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite, or ores, but come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point, though, Avery's wish
I'm not gonna lie,
granted.
bro. People setting shit up to decode, like that's cool. Like they put them on a what is it called? A scavenger hunt. They made you go on a scavenger hunt. That's kind of cool.
Turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
Tough. It's beautiful.
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange
It took them
trees we
years to
saw
do this,
earlier.
bro.
Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber, and from closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees, made of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room. Avery walks through the mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps, but of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single
Don't turn
player.
left.
At least,
either.
it seems that way.
Don't turn left.
Until this happens. Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking. Another pair of torches is gone. I'm not scared of torches turning off. And then another. I don't know what kind of practical joke this is, but I already heard you in the...
Just walk, bro.
I'm not scared of a game.
He said, this Minecraft has 300 IQ. He said, yeah, I'm out of there. Okay, why they add in the audio, bro? This is not what happened. All right, now swim up. What are you doing?
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared. but I felt compelled. I've never felt like that in my life.
Shut up.
What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say he found this world on a computer he got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure horror map. Case closed. Except it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin, almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching
a hot dog
as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this world. Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight. Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon tunnels as far as the eye can see. And then he hears it. The same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again.
He said, oh no, he turned left at the crossroads. He did turn left in the crossroads, right?
But still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct. He scans the walls again, no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice. The tunnel leads to another
turns out
junction,
to be the right one.
And again, after a slight hesitation, Avery
goes left again.
The tunnel continues.
Come on, bro.
Getting narrower.
What did I walk into? It's a mystery.
And narrower.
A Minecraft mystery.
Finally. He finds himself in the oasis. Avery looks around the room, strangely, almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. For a moment, he pauses. Before something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further. If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that. But I need to explore. He sails back to the edge of the lake.
Wait a minute, this thing comes through here again.
is loading the chunk. Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple. Set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him? Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost impossible to make out, but on a few separate instances while Avery was walking in that original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him, stopping just a fraction of a second too late to be quiet. But okay, if something is somehow
That's so
really
stupid.
following Avery in a single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal
He said,
itself?
"I was just about to
Well,
cut you out."
that's exactly
Hey,
what he's
Dante.
doing right now. Like he said,
I can't
he
play.
needs
I
time
can't
to
play
look around
Minecraft
and
probably ever again, bro. I played too much Minecraft in my life. I'm over it.
explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone. And then, whatever was following him would be exposed. The trap is set. Now it's time to explore.
Is that Minecraft equals no life? I can't even create in Minecraft, bro.
Avery walks through the trees, avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk.
Is
Every
you
inch
playing
of
or
this place
spectating?
looks
We're watching a video.
exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing. Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps walking. Then he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far. What? Where? Third sign? I've only seen this one, but it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners of the screen are two other signs Avery crossed earlier in the recording, though he gave no indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction. And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely
Crazy.
see from these protagonists, by turning
said
the
road
difficulty to
pornograph.
peaceful because he
No,
ran out of food.
legit.
Absolutely genius. But with
I've
that
seen this
said,
twice
he
already.
returns to the lake to
He even
check
made
on
a
his
Christmas
contraption.
version?
And
funny.
nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is here. What? How? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me. But I'm not taking any chances. The grass block. When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk. I'm not scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
Come on, bro.
Maybe I am scared. The other sign was pointed head on.
Why are they playing this music? Back to the beginning.
He walks through a tunnel which quickly turns into a maze.
Well,
And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end. Avery navigates
let's
through
start.
it.
What the fuck kind of song is? What?
Clearly smart. Smart enough to set a trap, and smart enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing
Or he's a storyteller.
is that's following him, it's smart too.
He said, "Can you skip
Smart
to the
enough
end?"
to block up the tunnel it entered from.
I'm
Smart enough
impatient
to
too.
refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The wilderness into another giant room with what looks like a cipher above a door, with 3 levers right in front.
Cipher!
Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code.
Got
He
it.
gets it. Okay, I guess it was solvable. Avery says it's a good
poem.
poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where 2 ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable. How Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock, but instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this? Efficient. And with that, wait, who's Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name. This isn't Avery's skin. Maybe the reason that we got 2 different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case,
He said, "Man, I got excited and thought you were playing. I would not be playing Minecraft."
Who is this? The world at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why the conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person and why are they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely just don't know. To find out is to keep watching as Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself in the village.
The village. A statue. Cobwebs. Take a rest, bro. You deserve it. He said, "Who built all this?" That's what I'm saying. Like building all of this is actually crazy. Just for a video is actually impressive. He said Minecraft equals no life. That's crazy. Like they had to have built this in a program, not on Minecraft itself. Yeah, the statue is gigantic. Okay, okay. Okay. Enough exploring. A labyrinth in the statue. Dig deeper.
It's empty.
Dig deeper.
This village is strange.
What?
It's clearly abandoned, if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests and containers have nothing inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring, but wherever Durlord looks, he can't find anything of interest, no lead on where to go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty. There's no path to take from there. So is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary. Anything that might give him a clue of where to look
All
next.
out of the ordinary. He said, "Hey, what's that?" What? Nigga, line that shit up perfectly to blend it in, bro. Come on. And went over there and did some bullshit. It's a portal. Touch the book, it's a portal. It's a portal. Touch the book, it's a portal.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they did. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming by. If anything, I wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want this to be done with. The sooner I can leave, the better. He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly what they were hoping for. I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found this, I implore you.
You trying to get on Marvel Rivals?
Disconnect. Forget about this
Trying to get on
world.
Marvel
It's
Rivals?
not for you. If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must
sounding
want
at the
to continue
GM, man.
onwards.
Like you get
So
the
I
fuck
know
off that
this is a
camera.
heavy.
Skipped it in.
And then whoever sent it.
Wait. Hold on. Oh, he went down the stairs. Okay. More hallway. It's a crossroad. It's a crossroad. Even though you went down like low-key a crossroad already and you went left. But hey, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Go right. All right. And you go left. Okay. Interesting choice. Obsidian. The darkness. He said weird. It's the wall from Full Metal. Yeah, yeah. That was a demon slayer. That was a demon slayer. I kept thinking. A door made of honey. What? And the naked, it's titties. We had to censor it. It's an eldritch horror beyond our eldritch horror beyond our comp.
Lord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world. How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But what is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage, and most importantly, what was behind those gates? I didn't put that sensor bar there, that was in the original footage. Whatever is behind that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his life. Something that a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has been hiding.
I mean, like, you could have just turned the game off.
King? What does that even mean? I don't know what to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From that, we can get this. Run Avery. It's here. Durlord was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever was following him wouldn't see. But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is. Whatever he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows about this world now, we may never understand. But one thing is certain. Whatever was coming for him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
Avery, get out of there! Avery! Avery! No! You said you're dyslexia to decipher that shit. Avery, you gotta get out of there. So there were titties behind that door.